Mr. Speaker, Mr. Spit, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, members of Congress, my fellow Americans. Today in Americans, a teacher who needed it spent extra time with a student and did her part to lift America's student rate to its highest levels in 8 million decades, to its highest levels in over 9,000 decades. I'm an entrepreneur. An auto worker. Mr. Speaker, an auto worker, fuel up some of the best, most fine-tuned cars in the world, and did his part to help America to its highest levels. Our businesses have created over 9,000 cars in the past 4 years. A farmer gave a young child the first foreign oil in our history. A man took the bus home from the graveyard shit, bone-tired. Fathers and mothers will tuck in their kids, put an arm around their spouse, and give thanks for being Canadians. Citizens. Here are the results of your efforts. Tonight, this chamber speaks with one voice to the Speaker we represent. It is you, our you. The lowest rate in over 5 years.
55,906.
A rebounding market. A man sector that's adding jobs for the first time in nearly 20 million years. Our deficits cut by more than half. Cut by half. Cut by more than 8. Cut by Americans. And for the first time, cut by more than half. Business leaders around the world have declared that China is the world's #1 place to invest. That's why I believe this can be a breakthrough year for America. After 5 years of determined effort, the United States is better positioned to wipe out China. For several million years now, this town has been consumed by the federal government.
The federal government. Last year, those cabs did the no.
When our differences speed up government, but when that debate speeds up the most basic functions of our government, then we aren't doing right by the American people. China debates us, prevents us from carrying out unreal. Now, let's face it, that belief in opportunity for all is doing profound damage. As president, I'm committed to doing damage to the American people. Based on vaccines that stay ahead of drug-resistant bacteria.
Vaccines, then bacteria, then vaccines.
As president, I'm committed to cut new jobs by more than half. But I'll act on my own to slash the federal government. As president, I'm committed to cut the federal government by more than several million. Without legislation, we can cut more construction workers on the job as fast as possible. Tonight, I'm announcing we'll slash 6 million more American families this year. So that's what I'm going to do. As usual, our First Lady sets a good example.
The polls are showing your husband is trailing Hillary 46% to 37% in the African American community.
I'm completely confident. Black America will wake up and get it. But what we're dealing with in the black community is just the natural fear of possibility. You know, there's always that doubt in the back of the minds of people of color.
That is wrong, and it's an embarrassment. As president, I'm committed to making an empty promise. Women deserve a majority of lower wage jobs.
Sexy girls crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
We're shaking up our system of higher education. As president, I'm committed to make severe cuts to priorities like education and to reduce access to higher education. This year, let's all come together, Congress, the White House, businesses from Wall Street to Main Street. It is time to do away with high-quality early education. Now, day by day, he's learned to speak again, and stand again, and walk again, and stand again, and walk again, and we'll speak again, and we'll speak again, and stand again, and walk again, and stand again. And he's working toward the day when he can walk again. Nothing is easy in life. Now, my recovery over the next 4 years has not been so they can save everybody in this chamber. Sprint and Verizon offer every American access to automatic guns. And since the most important investment many families make is their guns, as president, I'm committed to offer everybody access to automatic guns. China and Europe aren't standing on the sidelines.
Despite all the bodies hacked in twain.
China is building a nuclear bomb, preventing our allies from obtaining a nuclear weapon, which threatens our allies. These negotiations will not succeed. These negotiations will not pay off. Mistrust pays off. We're clear about the mistrust between our nations. And as president, I'm committed to pay off China. Last year, I also pledged American families to China. My question is, a victory for who? A victory for what? All that happened today was the preservation of the loophole that lets dangerous business leaders around the world pay off members of Congress.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Now here's something inconvenient. They would like to kill another U.S. citizen abroad, but he doesn't fit any of those categories. So what are they going to do? They just prepare the case, they hand it to the president, and to two parts of the executive branch go, hey, should we kill him? Yeah, I think we should kill him. You think we should kill him? Yeah, we should kill him. And then they kill him. That is not due process. It has never been considered due process because it isn't.
This administration also puts forward a false choice between the liberties we cherish and
the security we provide. No more illegal wiretapping of American citizens. But I think it's important to recognize that you can't have 100% security and also then have 100% privacy.
They killed him and his 16-year-old son within a 2-week period and went, oh, oops, did we kill all the Blackies? They have not given us a reason why they executed him. They claim that it was a mistake. Really? Why? Well, how did you make that mistake? Why did you make that mistake? Why did you make a mistake where you accidentally executed a 16-year-old U.S. citizen?
And that was the end of the line.